Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing as always, and it's me Joe as always, and today I want to talk about tarot. Now, why I want to talk about tarot is because yesterday my friends came over and they wanted to watch a horror movie, and so I suggested watching Friday the 13th Part 2, which I really do love, but they were like, "No, we don't want to watch any like older horror movie. We want to watch something new." And so I was like, "Okay, sure, you're my friend, so whatever." So we watched Tarot. This movie came out like 3 or 4 months ago, and it was a Sony release, and I remember sort of liking it and enjoying it, and I think I even posted a review on my channel, and I think I said that I enjoyed it. And I don't know if I was intoxicated or what, but this movie is actually bad. This is not a great horror movie. And yeah, like it's not great at all. Now the movie is about like 5, 6 friends, and they, are at this Airbnb, and they find, this Airbnb is really weird. It's almost like a castle-looking thing, and they find a lot of weird stuff, but they also find a tarot deck, right? And there's this rule that you shouldn't use anyone else's deck, that you should always use your deck of tarot cards. You shouldn't like steal them, or you shouldn't just use any cards. You have to use your own cards. And if you don't, well, something bad will happen. And this one girl, she knows how to, use the tarot cards, how to, basically do fortune. So, fortune telling. So basically they gather around, and she actually, does and reads the fortune for all the characters, right? And some of the characters are sort of like they don't really believe it. They think it's sort of like weird and crazy. Some characters in the movie actually believe it, and so you'll get basically this whole scene where she reads the cards, and the characters are like, "Oh, I didn't know that," whatever. But then something really bad happens, right? So basically, they each get followed by the entities that were on the cards, right? So you basically get like this one guy is being basically chased by this jester, this sort of like clown-looking guy, and this one guy is being chased by this weird another-looking monster. Whatever. The thing is, though, that the only character or the only actor that I have actually recognized is the guy from Spider-Man. Like, his name was Ned, I think. He was like Spider-Man's friend, and he's actually really good in the movie. Jacob Batalon, I think, and that's the only actor that I actually recognized. The acting in this movie is okay-ish. It's not bad. It's not awful, but it's not great. But this movie is just so boring. I think it was based on a book, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was actually based on a book called The Horoscope. And I don't know if the book is good or not. I haven't read the book, I haven't looked into it whatsoever. So I don't know if the book is actually good or not. But this movie is not good. And the script is not good. And this movie, again, is so boring and predictable. Because basically after the tarot readings, they sort of, each of them, they come face to face with those demons, and you're just basically watching them just, get killed by these entities, by these demons, right? And it's kind of weird because, like, what's gonna happen, and, like, it just goes from a person to person to person, and they, all get killed, except, the last few characters that actually survive. And they basically want to know what's going on, so they go to this best fortune teller, this best, this person that knows everything about tarot and tarot cards and all that. And she's this old lady, and basically she tells them that these cards, were basically cursed by this old demon, right? And the thing is that, she doesn't know, like, how to defeat him. But then the demon appears, and he basically kills this old lady, like, immediately. even though she proclaims to be like the best of the best, that she knows about, tarot, she knows about the cards, everything about the cards, she knows it all. But she dies immediately. She gets killed by the demon immediately. And I was like, so you're so good, but you died immediately. It's kind of weird. Yeah, and basically, then I actually forgot the ending, but they sort of like somehow get rid of the demon, and that's pretty much it. You even get like a joke at the end because Jacob Batalon's character, he like died, but not really, obviously, because he then shows up at the ending of the movie and he's like, oh, I'm here. But this movie was just so boring, and what I really dislike is the fact that, with tarot cards and with all that sort of mystique around it, they could have made like a really good horror movie, I feel like. The potential was there, but again, the final product is just really awful studio horror movie with like no creativity whatsoever. Like the only thing that I actually enjoyed about this movie are the monsters. The monster designs and everything, like they look good. But overall, like everything else is just bad about this movie. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Again, maybe if you are in a mood for, a really bad studio horror movie, maybe watch it, but, everyone else avoid this one. It was pretty bad, but yeah, it was pretty awful. I wanted to say something positive about it. The only positives I could find were the monsters. The designs were pretty good. The soundtrack was okay, but other than that, this movie was pretty bad. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care, and bye.